What if your workplace held the power to not just increase productivity, but to heal? What if I told you that how we lead could determine whether our teams thrive or silently struggle under the weight of unspoken trauma? In this video, we're diving into one of the most transformational leadership models of our time: trauma-informed leadership. If you're a manager, HR professional, or team leader, this could change not only how you lead, but how your people feel in the workplace. So hit that like, subscribe, and stay tuned because this message is more urgent than ever. Understanding the impact of trauma in the workplace. Trauma is more common than we think. 1 in 3 adults has experienced it, and yet, most organizations overlook its impact. Trauma doesn't just affect our personal lives, it influences how we make decisions, handle conflict, engage with coworkers, and even how we show up each morning. Ignoring this reality doesn't make it go away, it just pushes our teams further into silence, stress, and disconnection. That's where trauma-informed leadership comes in. What is trauma-informed leadership? It's not about being a therapist, it's about being human-centered. Trauma-informed leadership means understanding how past wounds might shape present behavior. It replaces judgment with curiosity, punishment with empathy, and pressure with psychological safety. It's leadership rooted in healing, not hierarchy. The core principles of trauma-sensitive workspaces. Organizations that thrive today are doing more than chasing numbers. They're building cultures of care. Here are 5 principles at the core of this movement. Safety. Not just physical safety, but emotional safety. Employees must feel safe to speak, create, and make mistakes. Trust and transparency. Clear communication reduces fear. It creates structure and stability, things trauma survivors deeply need. Collaboration, shared power, inclusive decision-making. It's about respecting everyone's voice at the table. Empowerment and choice, autonomy heals. When employees feel seen and heard, they perform better and feel better. Cultural humility. Diversity isn't just a metric, it's a lived experience. Great leaders respect it, adapt to it, and learn from it. These are not abstract ideals. These are strategies you can implement, starting now. Training for trauma-informed leaders. At TAC Healing Rise, trauma-informed leadership isn't just a concept, it's a movement. Led by Tamarra Aristilde-Calixte, with over 20 years of experience, TAC empowers professionals through evidence-based, culturally responsive courses. Some of her best training includes culturally responsive supervision, counseling microskills with BSFT, family systems therapy, grief recovery programs. Each course blends clinical insight with practical leadership application, so you don't just learn the material, you live it. What skills do trauma-informed leaders develop? Active listening that makes employees feel genuinely heard. Emotional regulation that helps navigate tough situations without escalating them. Crisis response strategies that protect dignity during conflict. Cultural competence that turns inclusion into action, not performance. And, maybe most importantly, they learn how to take care of themselves too. Because leaders can't hold space for others if they're constantly running on empty. Why this matters now? Workplaces are changing. Burnout is rising. People are seeking more than a paycheck. They want purpose, safety, and belonging. Trauma-informed leadership is no longer optional. It's the future of ethical, sustainable leadership. And if you're here, listening, it means you're part of that future. Final thoughts. Leadership that heals. To lead is to influence. To lead well is to care. And trauma-informed leadership is about turning care into culture. If you want to create a workplace where people don't just survive, but truly thrive, start here. Explore the resources, Take the courses and commit to doing things differently. Because trauma-informed leaders don't just manage people, they empower them. And that can change an entire organization from the inside out. Visit tjhealingrise.com to explore expert training and take your leadership to the next level. Together, let's lead with healing at the center.